Live. You never know when it's done.
There is
Are we
that
live? Like,
period. Yeah, it says we're live.
I know it takes so long for the box to go away. You're like, wait, can they see me?
And then when it ends, you're watching the circle close and it's
Yeah.
not done and you're still
You're like,
live. So you're just smiling like, okay, when is this going to be
I
finished?
know. Pam's always like, they're so sweet. And I'm like, don't say anything bad.
No,
Hey,
that's
Gavin. Hey, Karen.
your line. Hi, Karen and Gavin. I was just talking to you guys earlier today on Instagram. So very exciting. Gavin's son works at a record store, and they had a small version of Record Store Day today up in Canada. So that was pretty exciting.
Oh, hey, Bridgia.
Hi, Bree. Welcome.
Hey, Holly.
Hello, Holly. So I have an unusual background tonight, guys. You're getting a rare peek into my living room. My internet has decided to just go haywire. So I'm trying to tap into the internet that the apartment complex office has. Luckily, I live next door to the main office, so I'm tapping into this internet. So if at any point you guys can't hear or see me, please like put some emoji in the chat or something.
Hey, Laura. Laura had a sale today and she makes a lot of that spoon and silverware jewelry. So I got a couple rings for myself. I'm so excited because she sells at great prices. So check her out. Definitely Designs Laura in the chat.
That's amazing. So, what styles did you get?
So I
Obviously, there
got
are tons.
York, um, and it's kind of like a thicker band, and I can't remember what details on it, but I like that one. And then one called Cameo, of course, because it has like a little space to where you can get like kind of like a cameo where you can get it monogrammed. So I've never tried doing that little hand punching like for the letters, but so I might just hold on to it until I find a place around here that can monograms because I thought maybe I could put my mom's initials or something or something like that or put an S for my mom's name. I
Do
thought
you
that would be cool.
do you have like a oh it's not present moment? That's terrible. What
Things
is that?
remembered.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks,
We
remember.
used to have that in the mall out here, but everything's leaving. So I was like, I just need to Google like where they have those now around here.
A jewelry store also should be able to do it.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna take it somewhere. I think that would be cool. So I got a couple of rings, and she made brooches out of the silver in like the shape
Oh,
of an angel. So I have to go back and check it out. But I saw a little snippet while I was at work. I peeked, and it looked really cool.
well, that sounds
Yeah.
fantastic. I
So
have to get a
I
sterling
have a
brooch.
spoon. Oh,
That's
this is
awesome.
this is actually from Laura. I think this spoon necklace. I just polished it up the other day,
Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh,
and then on
you
the
do a
back it says
wonderful
like
job, Laura.
silver artistry. I like the
Oh,
little flowers
okay.
stuff. I think I have a bracelet from her as well somewhere in here. Hey Perla.
Hi, Helen.
Yeah, it's really cool because she tells you like when it's from, like the style and about everything, and I think she includes it when she sends it to you in the mail too.
Oh, now that's a
Yeah.
wonderful extra touch because sometimes I buy things on a live sale and there's some bit of cool information that I want to remember, but by the time the item comes, it's with shipping, it's probably been about a week and then I don't remember and then I'm like disappointed. So it's really cool when you can include that little extra touch because people love to have all that information and they can store it with the piece and it's a really great heirloom as well when you have all of that. So I think that's wonderful.
Hey Helen.
So there's a button down here on my StreamYard, Angela, that's new that says join the chat. I wonder, oh, it says I have to connect YouTube to be able to comment from the StreamYard. That's interesting.
Oh. Was it up there before we went live or after?
After it just appeared.
But you can, like, if you click it, well, like, what does it have you do? Like, log into your YouTube, maybe?
Yeah, I have to connect my YouTube to it, so I guess I won't attempt to try anything extra with my internet being all wonky. It took me, Angela, when did I tell you? About what time did I tell you that I could do the live tonight?
I know, because we kind of like scrambled. It was like I answered like at 6 something.
Okay, so from 6 to up until about 10 minutes ago, I've been fighting with YouTube trying to get that darn
Yeah,
record
like
survey video uploaded. That's how long it took my internet to upload that video. Finally, it's done.
I was trying to bring us up.
So, you have a game for us tonight? I've never played this before.
Me neither. Hey, Lenny.
Hi, Lenny. Welcome.
Okay, so this game, I got this from my friend Lauren, and it was brand new. Like, I just unwrapped it, and she hadn't played it either. And it's called Who's Most Likely To. So I thought, this is a good game, I thought, to play with, like, in this sort of situation with a live chat, because, Katie and I could read the cards, and then you all can participate. So it's like, obviously, like, who's most likely to, and whatever the card says. Like, this one, who's most likely, I mean, and I don't feel like they're all grammatically correct, but
no, they most definitely are not.
Is allergic to everything. And then everybody in the chat, you could put, obviously, so it's like who's here and who we know and stuff. And we could all put in our answers of who you think would be most likely to be allergic to everything.
Spoiler alert. Angela, who do you think it is?
I said Katie.
Yep. I could just touch a fabric in a store. I kid you not.
Helen knows.
I wake up in hives. I don't understand. I am allergic to lavender. Is that not just the craziest thing? Certain metals, which is odd because I love industrial things. Coins. Coconut oil. That's a new one. I've discovered that the other day. I tried something with coconut oil and had to take a Benadryl.
Did you say coins?
Coins. Mm-hmm.
Oh, because the metal?
The metal in the coin. So I got officially allergy tested at Mayo Clinic a few years ago, and coins was on my I should not touch list, but yet I still do because
like, I can't give change. Sorry, I'm allergic. Cash only.
Thankfully, like with the coins, I've never noticed that I'm like, if I touch them for a minute, I'm suddenly gonna, end up in the ER or anything. But, my hands are always itchy. I'm so you're allergic to Benadryl. Bree, that's crazy.
That's horrible.
I'm allergic to the tetanus shot. So about 4 years ago, I cut myself on a piece of rusty metal that I was salvaging from a salvage yard. Surprise, surprise, sounds like me. And I went to the ER, and of course they gave me the tetanus. And then about 30 minutes later, I was right back in the ER with hives from the tetanus shot.
Like when you got the COVID shot the first time, that was horrible.
That anytime I get a vaccine, I do not feel well, like at all for a couple of days. I don't know, my body's just more sensitive than other people's, but that's okay.
Lenny, I thought of you. I picked this up recently.
Oh, that's hard.
We went thrifting. My little deer hanging. And I thought this, like, I don't know if I want to put it up for resale, like if anybody would be interested in this, but you can hang it up on the wall and it's like stitched all around the deer. But I thought this would look good in a cabin, like Lenny's got. You can put like a little pole through the back and hang it on these
Oh,
little
that's
loops.
so cool.
So I was like, hey, someone might like this. So I picked it up. Plus, it's a deer, So I was like, I'm not hurt if nobody does want it. But I was just interested, like if people would be interested in this.
I'm always surprised, Angela, that you give up any deer because that's just your shtick, your MO.
I have too many deer, and then like I told you the other day, I broke 2 deer up on my shelf up there, putting up a new deer I got from Lamar. From Lamar, my curated curiosities. So I was like, well, that's the universe trying to cut down the deer for me because I can't choose. I did get rid of a few, but you can see my planter back there, and then there's a bunch of deer up on my new shelf up there. But I just can't. I have 2 new little deers up here. I think I got from Cat. See, it's Fabard Finds followed their Deer Mageddon. As that's when I started. Then I got even more deer, and Laura gifted me some, and oh my gosh, I got too many things.
I have too many 10s, so it's okay, Angela. We're in good company.
Oh dear, Helen says. Like, there's a card here where it's like, whose name should be on a government watch list? I feel like Helen would be. She'd be up to some trouble.
Helen, I say this all the time, but if the FBI or CIA or whoever spends time listening in on calls and whatever they do to protect the country, if they listened in to Angela and I's Instagram video calls, they would literally be bored to tears. Not that we're boring, but to them, what we're discussing would be absolutely just, who are these people? And we'll go from, talking about vintage ceramics or deer to talking about how we hate certain French fries at a fast food. I mean, it's literally that random, isn't it, Angela?
Or, yeah, just stuff about driving, traffic, stores, recipes, just all sorts of things. And with Christy, too. So it'll be, we're like, okay, whichever, agent is assigned to listen to us, like, you're not finding out anything worthwhile. I mean, unless you need a tip on where the best fries are,
Yeah, or the best honey hole to get good uranium glass. They're gonna be like,
Hager.
Heck is that?
Like Katie can give you the lowdown in Jacksonville because she goes to one place and they only have fries, or one place that has no fries and no burgers.
I went to this hamburger. It was a Wendy's, so not just like a hamburger
Amy.
place. Hi, Amy. Yes, I have had a long day. I've been up since 3:30 this morning, so somehow I'm awake. But yes, I went to this hamburger place one time, which was just a Wendy's. And my best friend and I have the worst luck at fast food place. I mean, the worst. And we pulled through this drive-through, and it was for Night of Lights down in St. Augustine, so around this time of year. And we order, and I just order like a basic Dave's single. You can't get any simpler, less complicated, just Dave's single. Pull around, we get the bag. My best friend ordered a baked potato, which came not cut, with no sour cream, no chives, no cheese, just like a whole potato in a sack. I didn't know what to do with that.
A potato in a sack.
Then she ordered chili, and it was like almost no chili. Like someone had just put like a scoop in the tiny cup. So it was like almost a sampling of chili. The drinks had no syrup in it. It was just carbonated water with no ice. And then my burger, here's the kicker of it all. There was no meat. It was just lettuce, tomato, cheese, and the most amount of mayonnaise I've ever had in my entire life on a burger.
Maybe this person was stoned who was helping you.
Maybe. I don't know, but I'll never forget that at the Wendy's. And then another time we went to the Arby's next door to my apartment, and we drive through and I order, and Chastity's like, "Oh, please ask them for extra Arby's sauce." So I asked the lady, "Hey, can we get some extra Arby's sauce when you get a chance, please?" And she looked at me, and I cannot repeat what she yelled at me through the window because Angela would be demonetized, but let's just say it was not very friendly.
Not high enough to be demonetized.
And she literally threw the bag of Arby's, not tossed, not lightly handed, threw, I mean, chucked across the front seat of me. The bag busts open and fries land all over Chastity and down into the car seat. And I guarantee you to this day, there is still fries somewhere under one of the seats in my car. And I've never gunned it so fast out of a drive-through.
Katie, you spilled a lot of things in there.
Oh, in my car? Yeah, I'm kind of clumsy, aren't I? Do they have a card for that?
Well, that one time, like you were trying to get a burger or something, and then you went to the place and they're like, "We don't have burgers." I'm like, "How are you a fast food place and you don't have burgers?" It's not like you went to Taco Bell, like
McDonald's.
yeah. And then you went to the other place and they're like, "No, we don't have fries or they don't have something." And I was like, "How?"
The McDonald's across from me, they said, "Oh, we don't have burgers. We only have chicken nuggets." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
So then I drive from that McDonald's to the other one, and there's probably 4, very close to my house. Went to the other one. They said, "Oh, I'm sorry. All we have is fries." So I drove to I'm just trying to get a burger. Drove to a third one. All they had was surprisingly some sort of milkshake, which if you know McDonald's, they never have the milkshake machines running. So, and then I went to the fourth one, and I guess I finally got a burger, or I don't know, maybe I got a McChicken. That's all they had. I was like, what is this?
I think that's so unbelievable. Like you live in a city, not out like in Mayberry, out in the middle of nowhere where they may have run out of supplies or something. It's like you're in a city, you're a fast food place that's pretty busy, and you're like, I only have chicken nuggets at this location. Hey, Jason.
Hi, Jason. Welcome. No, I don't drive around like Medea. I promise I do not forklift people's cars and park in parking spots that don't
Oh my
belong.
gosh, that's so funny. She just like crashes through the restaurant.
I love Medea though. Yeah, the truck didn't make it to something. I don't know, but Chastity says I'm not a good orderer at fast food places, and I don't know what I do. But Chastity's like, no, you make it really complicated. And I'm like, how? I just order. She's like, well, you can't ever just order a number 1. I'm like, well, but I don't want lettuce and tomato. How hard is it for them to take that off? And she goes, it's very complicated at a fast food place, Katie. You should know this. You just need to pick it off yourself. I'm like, but I don't want it on there. So I would order.
Well, like lettuce is one thing, but if it's a sauce, it's like, well, okay.
I'd order a number 1, and I'd say I'd want everything but the lettuce or tomato. And Chastity says there's a better way for me to order that. I don't know, but apparently it confuses people.
See, my brother goes in there and he's like, okay, I want, this, but then take off this. I'm like, just tell them you want a burger, with like mayo and cheese or whatever, the things. I'm like, it's easier for them to put the 2 things on than 50 things on. Like,
well, so that's what I learned I was doing wrong at Taco Bell. I have a very strange Taco Bell order. Now, see, I love all things Taco Bell. I like the Crunchwrap Supremes. I like, but one of the weirdest things, and I know this is weird, but I've eaten it since I was a kid. I don't know how I started doing this. I think my mom just ordered it for me once as a kid this way, and I liked it, and so I've always eaten it. But my mom used to take me to get this order, and I'd get a carton of milk with it. I distinctly remember this. It was like an after school snack occasionally. If mom picked me up, we'd get this. But I always order a bean burrito with beans, cheese, and sour cream only. And that's exactly how I've ordered it my whole life. And Chastity goes, "You're really confusing people." She said, "It's better if you say that you want a bean burrito with no onions and no red sauce. Add sour cream." I'm like, all right, see, I'm learning what would be more helpful to the people because I don't know. I'm just whatever things make sense.
Double cheeseburger, hold the mustard and ketchup, but add mac sauce. Yeah, that's like an easier way for the Big Mac, but without that extra piece of bread. Because, yeah.
That mac sauce, though, is good.
Yes.
See, sometimes I feel like the fast food places, they put too much ketchup, mayonnaise, and all that on
Yeah.
it. They just overload it is all. I like those condiments, but it's almost swimming in condiments, you know? Yeah, and it's cheaper. Yes, Amy, I got up this morning at 3:30 and I started to drive to the record store at 4. So I got to
Live.
the record store around 4:30 in the morning, and yes, I went live around 5 a.m. on Instagram, and all of 4 people were watching me, and I was like, I didn't even expect to get 4, so that's pretty cool.
I was sleeping.
I figured most people were, but I just wanted to see randomly if somebody was up and couldn't sleep and was like, "Oh, hey, Katie's live. What's she doing in her car in the dark at 5 a.m.?"
I was up at 7, but not at 4. No way.
Yeah, I was up very early, but I did get the record I went for, so that was worth standing out in the 55-degree weather with pouring rain and getting soaked.
Helen says she like. Oh, I can't like mayo dripping off my bun every time I take a bite. I thought she was saying she does like mayo
Oh,
dripping off my bun.
I always get it on my shirt. That's my other issue.
We need to get you a monogram bib, Katie.
I do.
For all your crawfish boil needs.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, when Adara was here, my friend who I know locally, she was doing a jewelry sale with me. It was really funny because she had never sold
So
anything
good.
before. So I was walking her through, like, kind of what I do before a show, how I get ready, and she was coming in from work. So I said, "Don't worry, I'll get dinner all set up so we can have something to eat." Because what I've learned is if you have a sale and you don't eat something, and it's like a 2-hour sale, you're really hungry. So I was like, it's good to, have a little something to eat before. So I put out all the plates, and I just went and got some Publix chicken and things. And I said, "Adora, you're going to laugh at me, but I'm really messy. Somehow I always get something on me. So before I go live and every time I have dinner before a show, I have the apron, the kind of vintagey flowery apron on, and I walk around with that over my shirt and I eat and then I take it off before
Did
the
I
live.
get you an apron for Christmas last year?
Yeah, but that's my cooking apron.
That's your fancy apron.
It's my fancy apron and it has pockets so I can put my little meat thermometers and stuff in it. It's
I just
brilliant.
saw something the other day and I was like, oh yeah, I think I got that for Katie last year.
I love it.
I got your gifts starting to get it together.
Oh, that's so. I might already have something for you, Angela.
You sent me a lot of stuff, Kitty. You don't need. I got my giant butterfly. I still got to put up. Kitty gave me this huge string art butterfly. It's so pretty. I just need to move things so I can get that up higher on the wall. Nate's here. Did you see giving me a hard time?
Hi, Nate. Did you might need an anchor for that because that thing's kind of hefty.
Yeah. I was like, put a
Don't
anchor. Katie, you're gonna have to come do that. I tried to do an anchor once and that thing just like couldn't even get in a wall. It was smashed.
Well, so what I do is I don't get the plastic ones. They're useless. They're absolutely useless. If you get the metal anchors that are basically screws, you just put a screwdriver bit in your drill and it has a Phillips head end on it, and then you just drill it like a drill, like a drill bit would turn.
Yeah, and then you reverse and then you can put the screw in it.
No, this is a screw all by itself. It screws in and it mounts flush with the wall. It holds up to 100 pounds, and then you just screw the screw right into the flush metal anchor, and you'll be all set to go. And it comes with screws too. It's brilliant. I'll send you a picture of it. Home Depot has it.
What is Jason Bethel has a cheese curd burger.
Oh, cheese curds. Now you're speaking my language.
Nate wanted to come on and I said no.
Why did you say no to Nate? I was like, let Nate come on.
I didn't know if he was being serious or not because I was like, he's usually off gallivanting. I could send you the link, Nate, if you want to play the game.
Which we should do another card, Angela.
Okay, so I sent Katie some cards so she can read some, and then so for anyone who isn't here, it's called Who's Most Likely To, and you can pick whoever in the chat or people that we know and who you think is the most fitting to what that card is. So before it was a test one, and I didn't see too many answers, so let's see.
So pick a card, Angela. Now, keep in mind, we've never played this game, so we're trying it out here first.
No, I took some cards out because this thing was so full of cards. Like, here's the other half, but I couldn't move them around, so I took some out so I could. And I peeked at some of these, and some of these sound kind of mean, so
yeah, we ditched a couple, and then Angela was pointing out that whoever wrote this game has poor grammatical skills.
Oh, yeah. Some of the questions like who's the most likely to bail, or who has the dumbest questions. I'm like, that's not that nice. It's just the
one that was like, who's most likely to fell.
I'm like, you mean to fall off a house?
Oh, because fell is past tense.
Yeah, I was like, is this a Gen Z person? Because
well, or I figure that maybe it's being translated from another language to English.
Here's this side. Yeah, see, like this one. Who's most likely to breaks into own house? Like when we break into your own house?
Oh, yeah, that is weird.
Who's most likely to break into their own house?
Are they picking between the two of us?
No, just like anybody.
Anyone.
I mean, obviously not like their random friend, but like, I figured like people in the chat or people in the community.
My brother's friend's cousin's girlfriend.
Yeah, like my hairdresser's sister, Oh my gosh, I'm down with Lenny's answer. She said Pam.
Pam.
I see her crawling through the window.
I could totally see Pam doing that because she forgot her keys or something.
There's a squirrel and she ran out of the house.
Yep, there's a squirrel in her car. Or
a snake. I found a card for Jamie, but it was too.
Hi, Jamie.
I don't know where I put that. But it was something having to do with a burrito, so. It's somewhere, darn it. Oh, wait, did I send it to you? Maybe. Might be on your list of things. Let's see. The drunk neighbor after a party. Me, I've done it at least 10 times in my life, Jamie said. Or flip flop.
So in
Dear,
college,
my God.
I had to crawl through a window. I've never had to do that in my life, but my friend locked herself out of the apartment, and none of her other friends were going to be home. So the back window opened, and I had to crawl through the window because I was a little bit thinner and could get through the window that was sort of halfway jammed, and then unlock the door. That was a fun time.
Bree said, D, remember when she rescued Binks?
I don't know. For me right now, it's a tie between Dee and Pam because I could see it in both scenarios.
That was, she just like took a hand. Okay. Dee, the thrill of the thrift. If you don't know her, her cat gets all into all sorts of shenanigans. He likes to show his little booty to the camera, and he locked himself in the room, and she basically took a hammer to the doorknob, and they had to get in there to get the cat out.
It was during one of her live sales I was watching.
Oh, yeah. During the live, too.
He's like, well, Binks locked himself in my back bedroom, so I'm going to have to go unlock the door now and figure out. And all of a sudden, you just hear, what? And I'm like, what the heck is going on this live? And the D comes back with this mangled door handle, and it's like, well, we got Binks out.
She's taking care of business
every day.
So
we got into the frat house and stole a flag on a dare. Oh, you climbed through the window, Lenny.
D is so funny.
Yeah, I would call D too if I got locked out of something because she sure could break down the door. If I had enough,
watched D before, should have a sale tomorrow, 3:00 Eastern, on the Thrill of the Thrift.
Yes, always on Saturdays. Hopefully, I can pop in and say hello tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Helen D accidentally deleted that video off her channel because there was something wrong with it, and she deleted it.
Well, at least the people that were there that day remember the door handle and the sledgehammer.
Oh, that needs to be like on a shirt. Be like, remember the door handle of 2021 or something.
Yes, and D, like with her arm up and a sledgehammer, like
like Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah, like Rosie the Riveter.
Katie, do you want to read a card?
Okay. Yep, I've got some cards here. So let's see. Okay. Who will probably drop a mixed tape at some point?
Well, I kind of feel like I was going to say you. I was like, you could drop a mixtape. I mean, because it's all the songs and everything. The final that's in your head are like Blake, Jamie's husband.
Yeah, I'm voting Blake for that. But, I should dig out one of my old 90s mixed CDs and auction that off sometime. I used to make did you print out the little CD images of the CD and cut them out and then slide them into the little CD cases when you burn CDs, the little plastic jewel cases, and give them to people?
Oh no, that was like basically like writing on the plastic cover, like, this is the party mix. Like, this is
I write a CD like party mix, but then I'd type up a list or
no, Katie.
Get a album cover and print it out and cut it. I was a very organized person.
Oh yes, I was gonna say.
They were all alphabetized too. I had them all. Yeah, that was fun.
Is your vinyl alphabetized and color coded?
My vinyl is not color coded, but yes,
so
it is
by category.
And I have LP bins I bought for myself. So the other room set up sort of like a record store. And I
Yes,
have
Jennifer.
all the records in alphabetical order with little title cards for A through Z. Yeah, Gavin, I could see that too. Kelly also would be a good
Yeah.
contender for the mixtape, and Jeffrey too.
Speaking of Kelly, Pam had a live cook with me on Wednesday night. If you haven't seen that, check it out on Pamela Blanchard's channel. They were cooking dressing and cornbread, and Kelly was about to get slapped with a flip flop. It was pretty funny. Yeah. I missed. Oh, there's Mary Dugan.
Hi,
Casey
Mary.
Jason.
And Jennifer, welcome.
Yeah, I bet Kelly could just like make one in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Kelly has a musical mind. She can listen to any song and instantly, for the most part, tell you who sings it and what, all the information about it. And I might be able to do that, but sometimes I'm slow on the uptake.
Hey, Patricia.
That is a really good question, Gavin. And I do not do it like a lot of record stores, because I know a lot of record stores organized by last name. That just drives me a little bit crazy. And I hate to admit that, because obviously that's how things are alphabetized or should be, and it makes sense. But in my brain, it makes sense for me to alphabetize by first name. So, and particularly with some of these doo-wop groups, when you get a group like the Dovals, I don't put it under T, because I just assume the is there. So it goes under Dovals. I don't file it, under the group, other ways that some people do. It just makes more sense for me to do that.
Jamie said, yeah, they have a whole debate here at the house about that.
So, Jamie, what is your stance on it? Do you do first or last name? Yeah, the doesn't count. I agree, Jamie.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, you organize too by first name. Okay, good, Gavin. We're on the same page. Just makes it easier. I don't know. And I don't categorize by genre either, because I just would rather be able to go and look for everything by first name. It's so much easier. Last name of the group, Jamie says. And now I'll hear about it forever because I go by last name. Sorry, Karen.
Yeah, I guess I would go because there's, if you go by first and last name, there's probably a lot of people that may have the same first name. So you're like John Jovi, John Cougar Mellencamp,
John Lee Hooker. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of Johns. But see, I also will write the name of the artist. So I have my records, I have A, the big A subtitle header, and then under it I might have like Ace of Base, or Jimmy Buffett under J, and then write it out into the each. Yes.
See, like one of the cards I just saw says, "Who is most likely to have questionable hygiene?" Be like, okay. Here's one.
Get trapped by a revolving door. Get trapped by a revolving door. It should be a revolving door.
Yeah, who's most likely to get trapped by a revolving door? Nate, is this you?
Oh, Jamie, I see. Wow, that makes sense, kind of, but that's also a hard way to organize. So, okay, get caught in the revolving door. Okay, I'm gonna say Tippy. Not
Christy or
Christy.
Tippy?
No, Tippy the dog. Because Tippy's so little, you know.
Nate said Christy Garza. Speaking of, she probably fell asleep.
Christy's asleep. We know this. What time is it? It's
9:43.
yeah, 9:43. Christy's in bed by like 8 o'clock.
Be like,
We're gonna tell Christy that she missed all the uranium Pomeranian giveaways.
Jamie said Abby, I think, would get caught in a revolving door.
Jason, kind of like the German version because it's different. Oh, I see. You're talking records. I think Louie could also get caught in a revolving door. She's very smart, but she's not slow. She's not very fast when it comes.
She's trying to start eating the rubber off the door.
She would. She would try to eat the rubber off the door. She'd be like, "What is this thing that's moving around?"
Misty. Well, now I feel like, everyone's facing their phone, like, oh, here. Who's most likely to bring taco 12-pack to a party?
That would be Jamie. It's in the burrito family.
She'd eat her Hawaii free. Seriously, Louie. Oh my gosh.
Louie eats everything, does she not?
Yeah, girl crazy. Girly candles, glass ornaments. Katie, remember this Christmas, watch out for your stuff. Get that up.
If you ever have a miniature shiny bright ornament and it rolls somewhere and you cannot find it, don't just think, oh, it's gone forever. No, make sure you check literally everywhere before letting your dog out. Or if you have a pug like Louie, she won't chomp on the shiny bright ornament and swallow it like it's food. And then you will proceed to take her to the ER at 3 in the morning when you hear a mysterious crunching noise and realize it's the shiny bright that rolled away 3 weeks ago under the couch. It's funny now, it wasn't funny then, but
yeah, like how they said Pam, and then I just thought, oh yeah, Taco Casa. I could eat some Taco Casa tacos.
I could go for that right now.
So good.
Oh, they're delicious.
I wish we had some. Like, they need to expand.
Yes. You can get some of their frozen burritos shipped, I think Pam said.
Oh my gosh, I need to look that up. So good.
I want that cheese sauce. You guys Taco Casa.
Yeah. Jamie said he had taco 12-pack all day, baby. Karen said oh yeah, Karen said they have tacos every Saturday night by tradition. Yeah, are you team soft or hard shell?
I am soft.
See, I always eat the hard shell, but that kind of does drive me crazy when you get home and the whole thing is cracked front to back. So I'm like, maybe I should get soft tacos.
Well, I'm oddly allergic to corn tortillas. Something in the corn tortilla. No, this is legitimately true. No. It somehow burns my eyes to the point that I feel like someone's put like a terrible thing in my eye, and I have to walk away. And if someone's cooking corn tortillas, that's even worse. Something in the smoke and the air, I don't know what it is, but I will start crying like someone stabbed me or something, like something horrible happened, and I'll have to go outside.
So for soft corn tortillas or for the hard too?
All corn tortillas. No, they don't like me. But regular soft, I'm fine with.
Gavin said our Gabe got a hold of a foam earplug once. Needless to say, I saw a yard and I saw it probably in the yard and started laughing. See, I like corn tortillas, but yeah, it's basically you got to make those basic because they don't hold much.
No, but that's how you know you got a good taco when it's
It's
soggy.
like steak, onion, cilantro, or like lime. Let's see. Team Soft. Jason said, "What's the best late night snack? Pizza, taco, or hot dog?" I'm into the hot dogs. It's a pizza, cold pizza.
Yeah, see, I do love cold pizza, but I love a hot dog. I love a good hot dog with sauerkraut. Oh, that's the best.
I haven't had sauerkraut in a while. Pizza, queso. I mean, a duck taco, just saying. Of course, Nate's got to bougie it up.
Anything with cheese, really. I mean, cheese is like the best late night snack.
Yeah, unless you're lactose intolerant.
Then that's horrible.
Yesterday, oh, God. I took like 2 Lactates and I still had like a stomach ache because I wanted to eat. My grandma makes this crab dip that's amazing. And I was like, oh, it's so worth it to have a little bit of a stomach ache.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
Oh, yeah, Michelle, I hope you feel better. She said, I think, yeah, she was planning, she had a trip planned to Canada and then she's in the hospital because of her asthma, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. Now I'm connecting the dots. Hey, Dana.
Dana!
I'm excited, Jason. I would love every hot dog you bring my way. I love hot dogs, and I know, like, how they're made and all that, but it's fine. I just love hot dogs, and particularly like a good ballpark hot dog with mayonnaise, not mayonnaise. What am I saying? Ketchup and no, mustard and ketchup and sauerkraut. I don't know what I'm saying.
Here in the Chicago area, they always say, "Oh no, we don't put ketchup on hot dogs." Yes, they do. Ketchup and relish and whatever else, onions. I think it's big about the
I
onions.
love onions on dogs too, like a chili cheese dog.
Sorry, Michelle. Dana, are you still by your parents' house? I love how the thing says in StreamYard, "Hi, person turquoise waving speech."
Yeah.
I have to like look down at the thing, like, what is it?
Yeah, the emojis.
But every now and then I crave them. When I was pregnant with Bo, that was my pregnancy craving. Loaded with onions, ketchup, and mustard.
Wow, Jamie, that's an interesting craving. I've heard of pickles and ice cream being a popular one, which I love a pickle.
See that little heart thing in the corner of the chat is kind of annoying. Like, see, when you're trying to read the thing and it's like right over the text, you're like, wait. Or if you type something, you're like, oops, I made a typo. That sounds bad. You're like, I can't delete it.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Who likes Nickelback but won't admit it?
Who's the most likely to like Nickelback and won't admit it?
I don't know. I'll admit that I like Nickelback. I mean, they're a band that you love to hate.
I know you.
I do like Nickelback.
Better not say MB. like Laura. Laura loves Nickelback.
Yeah, we'll say Laura.
Michelle. Not me. I apologize on behalf of the entire Canadian nation.
Well, okay, I don't love like every Nickelback song. There's just a couple. So like I'm not some massive Nickelback fan over here going to every one of their concerts or anything, but yes, Nickelback.
Okay, mint and strawberries make them taste more like strawberries. Sultan and banana the same. Pickles are the devil. No.
Oh, I love
pickles so much.
I just go into the fridge and I have a whole jar, actually 2 whole jars of pickles, and I will just sometimes have them.
There's Famous Dave's, like the barbecue restaurant. It has pickles you can get in the grocery store, and there's like the devil's spit, which is spicy, but now they have the devil's spit, which I got it one time and didn't know because there's like a red pepper in there. Those are freaking hot. Like they're really spicy. So the pickles are really good. They're just hot, and definitely don't eat that red pepper unless you really like spicy stuff.
Oh, Michelle says they can't perform without auto-tune. Oh no.
Like a lot of people these days, I feel like.
See, this is why I love doo-wop, because there wasn't, well, I don't know when auto-tune was invented, but I doubt, early 50s. You think about it, just a couple of guys harmonizing together, no instruments, under a street lamp, in New York. How amazing is that? That is pure, amazing, raw talent that, nothing against digital, DJ type house, whatever music nowadays it's popular, but it's just not the same. The skill level, sure, of being able to operate the technology and do beats and all that's cool, but nothing compares to this couple of guys under a street lamp.
See, Nate said he likes them. I was gonna say Nate just as a joke.
Exactly.
Anyone on the radio actually sing these days without help? Sometimes it's just so computerized. I was like, yeah, it's just gonna be AI singing things this soon, right?
Oh, Michelle, my favorite thing is to watch the lip syncing at the parade because it's with the delay on the TV. A lot of times it's pretty noticeably off.
Oh no, I don't watch the parades. Yeah, what Jason said, those 50s, 60s groups use their voices as an instrument.
Mm-hmm. You don't watch the parade? You're missing out, Angela.
No, my mom and brother were into that, and just no.
The parade is the bomb.com. It's like Christmas morning for me when I get up and I tell myself it's parade day, and I get so excited. And I get my coffee and I get my little cinnamon roll and I sit down and everybody can do whatever they want, but I am sitting right on the couch until Santa comes because it is not Christmas until Santa comes across the screen.
And my mom really loved watching the parades. Like we would record them if, when there was like DVR, we would record them and watch them later.
Yep, I have one. This last parade I recorded so I can rewatch it because I was talking to my family on the phone and I couldn't focus on it. So now I need to go back and rewatch.
I didn't, Dana. With that bass, was it not good? Yeah, Dolly just dropped her Rockstar album, which I like some of the songs. There's a lot of people she sang with on the album. She's pretty dang good for 77 years old.
Yeah, she's doing pretty well. Yeah, the Broadway performances were cool, Jamie. Did you see the Back to the Future musical? I so want to see that. I hope it comes on tour.
Wait, Jason said, did anyone see that Corn on Broadway? Like, is this a float or does he mean like Corn the band?
No, sometimes they have. Remember, you probably don't if you don't watch the parade. But Al Roker was like with the Butterman. Remember that? That was funny.
Wow, Dana, I'll have to look this up.
Cool. A big lump of knobs and has the juice.
No, Katie, no.
That one?
Well, that's what I was just thinking all of a sudden. Like, wait, maybe there is someone dressed up like a corn stalk or like a corn on the cob.
The corn musical.
Hey, Jamie's like, Dolly made me want to dig myself a hole. How does she look that good?
Dolly does. Oh, there was a musical about corn. Okay, I'm gonna have to rewatch because I obviously missed some. Oh, it's a Broadway show about the corn song.
I'm going.
That's hilarious.
No. Okay. Who is most likely to see? No. Who's most likely to is completely shocked by every fact you tell them? Oh, nope. I see. Stop listening to me, government agents. I'm not saying SIRI.
Shocked by Christy. I'm going with Christy on this one.
Yeah. They said Katie.
I am that way with Nate because Nate will tell me something and I'm like, really? I didn't know that.
What's that thing he says that you love? Tickety boo.
I love when Nate says tickety boo. That makes my whole week.
You like just totally changed. It was like, yeah, I love it.
Tickety boo is one of my favorite words in the entire English language. Everything is tickety boo.
Yeah, Helen, I could see that. Beth. She cracks me up when she's like, don't get me lying. Or something like that.
No wonder my grandma thought the Macy's parade was weird this year. There was a corn musical, and I was on the phone with my
She's
dad.
probably like, what the heck is this? Barney busted loose. Remember the Barney balloon ruining the parade in the 90s and the horror caused? Yeah. Probably watched it like a long time ago. The question was, who is most likely to be, I'm just going to rewrite this, to be completely shocked by every fact you tell them? Where's Tiger at?
Yep, I'm voting Christy, but that could be me too.
No, that is very Christy thing.
Christy's so funny. I will be talking to Christy, and she goes, Katie Bell Blaylock, just like that. She has that voice,
Yeah.
and she goes, why aren't you wearing your red hat today? And I'm like, well, I felt like, going green or blue or whatever other color. And
listen.
But why? But why? The red's your signature color. Like, Christy, sometimes I just want to change into a different hat. Oh, no. No, Jason, that's horrible.
Okay.
You can't unhear that. No, you can't.
Lenny said Mary Beth. Yeah, she goes, listen.
Yeah, listen. Yep, there's Nate. Listen.
I found another Katie one.
Okay, I'm interested now.
Who's most likely to have bursts of compulsive cleaning?
Well, that's me. I go through my cleaning tirades where I'm like, everything's got to go.
Damn. She's like, me either. We were trying to eat brunch. You don't want to think about corn?
The digestive process of corn. That's going to be the name of the musical.
Oh, no. Like, oh, it's nope. Stop myself. Nope. Okay. Dana said Scott. And also the family was watching, and I was afraid it was a fever dream.
Okay, I've got the parade tape so I can rewatch it. And I'm gonna rewatch it so I can see this corn musical, because I guarantee you if that ever comes here and I have a subscription to it through my season subscription, I'm giving the tickets away.
Okay, here's one. Nate just loves when we say like. So it's who is most likely to is always like really cold.
It's always really cold.
See, I mean, if there's ever typing these, I could say who's most likely to always be really cold.
Or feel really cold, or
Yeah.
say they're cold, or there's a million ways to write that.
This is Kelly Michelle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kelly for that. But I also might say Ariana. I could see
Reese
that.
says me. Jason said he spit his coffee out. Jamie traveling outside of California. Oh no, Jamie's getting the hot flashes.
Oh no, Jamie. Get yourself a fan.
They make those neck bands because for the longest time, my face, I was getting all hot. I don't know if it was from medication or what, but now I'm in the cold face. Christy had me get like one of those fans you can just put it around your neck, and there's like 3 different levels. You press a button and the air just blows up. It's great.
And I have all kinds of different shaped freezer packs in my freezer so I can always be chilly. I've got a full body one for my head if I get a migraine. I've got all kinds of things to stay cool.
Karen says maybe Kevin. Oh, you do, Brie? I didn't know you got snow where you are. They say it may snow here on Sunday, and it might be bad, like slippery.
That's not good.
Yay!
I want just enough snow to be magical.
No, we can wait until the 25th and then melt on the 26th. Thank you.
I want a white Christmas.
It was really cold this morning where I wore my sweatshirt in the car to work and I had zipped up all the way up to here. I was just driving like I should have put on the coat. It's so cold.
Well, I almost took off. I put on my flannel this morning, my thick flannel, and I put it on. I thought this is going to be too hot, and I almost took it off. And then something in me said, no, Katie, you're going to want that. And I'm glad I left it on because I was hot inside the apartment. But when I got outside, it was 55 degrees and raining. So
okay, I'm just going to get some ice cream. Okay, do you want to do a card?
Yeah, let me do a card. Let's see. What do we have here? Let's see. Okay, who wakes up with half a burrito in bed? Who wakes up with half a burrito in bed?
I'm waiting for the answers because we should know.
Well, if it were half a burrito and a tailpipe, I'd say Jamie. But
where'd the other half of the burrito go?
It went in somebody else's tailpipe.
Yeah, okay. Don't say tailpipe, Katie.
Well, I'm talking about the car.
I know. Vinny. Yeah, Jamie, like what she said. Obviously, my enemies.
I like the
That's
horse
my
pet.
calling card.
It is your calling card, Jamie. Okay, Nate says I sleepwalk and eat, so probably me. Yes, I eat in my sleep too.
Oh
So
boy.
it could be me. Well, I snack in my sleep.
I talk and like move all over in the bed, but at least I don't get up and move.
You do move all over, Angela. When Angela and I roomed together, I got up and like the whole bed is, square, and she's like this across the whole bed, and sheets are everywhere. And I was just apparently dead to the world because I didn't hear you moving at all. Like I was like, oh, Angela sleeps so nicely, and I got up and I looked, and I'm like, well, I guess I didn't hear any of that.
At least I didn't wake you up with the talking. But yeah,
You didn't talk.
like every day. Like I had a weighted for a while. I slept with a weighted blanket, and that would be on the floor when I woke up. I'm like, come on! Like,
How did you move a weighted
I was like,
blanket off of
and
you?
not know. Like, you'd think, okay, you'd wake up because it's heavier. Because when it's on you, it doesn't feel that heavy. But when you're trying to pick that thing up, it feels super heavy. So it's like, how did this end up on the floor and I didn't wake up or didn't even feel it?
That's
Maybe
so.
you need to talk to someone about issues. Like, it's just all over the place. Like, lately I've been sleeping with a heated blanket and then my comforter, and both of those things are on the floor.
That's
I just,
crazy.
I said, maybe this is why my hips hurt in the morning in my leg. It's just all over the place.
Because you've been working out all night, kicking sheets
I know
every.
today, ugh, it was horrible at work. I was like leaning on the counter, like, oh,
I'm sorry, Angela.
I had one. Darn it. That was the Gabby one. I
Told
lost
that I
it.
sleep in the same position and I sleep very still and I sleep with my eyes half open, so it's almost creepy. But I don't know, Angela. You roomed with me. What do I just sleep very quietly?
Okay, see, because you said you snore, I think. And
I don't think I've snored. Not that I know
no,
of.
I thought you had said you do or something, but I think we were so tired we passed out like that. No, because I'm not good with snoring people. And,
I
like we passed out and we were out until morning because
don't.
I don't remember hearing anything.
I
Like,
don't think I snore. I've never been told that I snore.
no, but Christy does.
That is true.
Poor kitty trying to get into the room and was it Texas? Oh my gosh, it was horrible.
Oh, that was something I will never. But you know what? I will never forget that night, and I will never forget how kind Vinny was in Round Top, because Vinny could have easily dropped me off and said, it's late. I'm gonna go back to the Airbnb, but nope. He waited a whole hour until the guy got us in the room, or got
Yeah,
me in the room,
yeah.
because he goes, you can't. I said, I'll just sleep out here on one of the antique couches. He goes, you can't sleep out here. There are ghosts. I remember Vinny saying that to me, and I'm like, okay. But Christy was so dead to the world that she had locked me out of the room by mistake because she fell asleep. And she was so dead to the world that we couldn't get into the room. And she had locked the deadbolt, so even the old-fashioned hotel key didn't let us in. And yes, Tippy finally woke Christy up.
That's me. Jamie and Bree said they barely move, and I said maybe that's what I need to do, where they tuck, the sheets in on one side so it's tighter. I need to do that and get under the cover and like tuck in the other side so you're like a burrito.
I'm gonna mummy you in next time we room together. Like,
I'm like, okay, Katie, tuck this side in so it's like.
I wonder if you did that like a burrito, like how the next morning your bed would look.
Yeah, You know, because I never eat the top sheet. I just like flat sheet or the fitted sheet is my blanket.
How do you not have a flat sheet?
I think it's, well, when you move around all the time and everything ends on the floor, that thing is pointless because it's like shoved to the end. So I don't even know what they're for, honestly. Not in this room. Because that thing is just non existent.
I love the feeling of the top sheet because it's so cool and refreshing and it's nice. You see Jamie's comment? She got locked out on her wedding night. Blake passed out and locked me out of our honeymoon suite. So you slept in your cousin's room?
Oh, no.
What a story, Jamie.
That's horrible.
That's awful.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here's one. Who's most likely? No. Okay, we're just gonna read this part. Is way down to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay, some Gen Z person wrote this. Come on, way down.
Yeah, because one of them.
Who? What?
Yeah, you can just tell.
That's like someone in the drive-through the other day said to me, "No cap," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, come again." And they're like, "No lie," and I'm like, "No lie? What do you mean? No cap?" Apparently means no lie, but see, I'm
Yeah,
behind.
I don't know where they get the cap from, but I heard that we got Carlos, our Jagger person, and we all have to learn the lingo from him because we're out of the loop. Like, bruh, no cap, and what a chat is, and
I don't know what that is. What a chat?
so Chad, like,
Chad
yeah.
is the male version of Karen, right?
Yeah, I think so. Or like,
I just learned if something is really good, particularly pertaining to food, you say it's
I was
busted.
gonna say Gabby, because Jamie said she was having a great time at Chuck E. Cheese. Tuck myself in, roll to the right, then roll to the left, and end up on your back. They got the best pizza. People say sometimes you're getting recycled pizza. I don't know.
I don't know about Chuck E. Cheese and their pizza personally, but
Dana, you've never been?
so when I was little, my mom took me to Chuck E. Cheese, and the Chuck E. Cheese mouse guy was dressed up and started walking towards me. And I started screaming bloody murder. He's gonna take me away from my family. Help! He's gonna take me. Help! I was screaming. Apparently, Mom's been in the middle of this Chuck E. Cheese. And the mouse kept coming toward me, and apparently it just scared the pants off of me. He's kind of creepy looking.
Here's a one. Will blow their life savings on space travel.
Jamie.
I could think of someone else too.
Who do you think? Oh, Nate. You think Nate would do? Yeah, that's enough to scare you when you're a kid, you know?
Chuck E. Cheese, yeah, some of those things are creepy. It's like the Five Nights at Freddy thing.
And
They
you
should have
remember
just done that with the Chuck E. Cheese animal.
remember the animatronic band that was half like charged? So it would like slowly and then it acted violent where it would like crash about. That was creepy to me. I hated
It gets in slow mo and then it's gonna catch up. It's like
yeah, whoever invented that.
on gemstones, not space travel. No, you just want to talk about space, not go to space.
I don't know if I could handle space. Just the tight quarters and the, freeze
Wearing a diaper.
Yeah, I don't think that's for me.
I don't know. The whole it's the whole like being in the rocket going up sort of thing. And then, what if something happens and you don't have air or something happens, you're like just sucked out, dead.
Yep. No
Like,
thanks. I'm okay.
that's what makes me think about like if you were the people in the Navy and stuff who were living as, down in the submarine. I was like, what if you run out of air or something and the thing breaks or something? You're basically in this coffin in the underwater. Like, just freaks me out.
Yeah, I'll do a lot of things, but probably neither of those two things.
She'd be vomiting a lot, but she'd go to space.
What'd you do a lot as children, Nate? Because your mom was.
Here, I'll put it. He was talking about the reason, or like the flat sheet, and said in England before fitted sheets, the bottom sheet would be taken off and washed. The top sheet became the bottom sheet, and then there'd be new top sheet.
Oh yeah, because they're flat sheets on both sides. So they don't have the elastic, so then they're tucked under.
Yeah,
I've seen.
that could happen in a plane. Yeah. I've never been on a plane either. So.
Airplanes are safer than car travel. They've proven that.
Well, people are freaking crazy.
And now with security the way it is, it would, it's safe. Flying so easy, you just jet set and then you arrive. It's like magic. I toured an aircraft carrier. Yes, I have too, Jamie. They're very tight quarters. All right, shall we do just a couple of more, Angela?
Yeah, you want to read another card?
Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, who greets you with an insult? That's a hard one because I don't. You have someone that comes to mind, Angela?
A couple people.
I don't. Oh, wow, you toured the Kitty Hawk. That is cool, Jamie. Night, Nate. Making my famous 3-hour salad. I love that salad.
Oh, look, Nate's really trying to drive it home. It's Angela. It's angina. That's okay. I'm not. Yeah, it's in sarcasm, but not to be mean. And Helen said Aaron, and that's kind of true sometimes.
You
See, like
got
that's a joke.
a little bit of funny sarcasm humor, Angela.
Yeah, because now Aaron calls me the peddler. Aaron is Alex and Aaron are my brother and Aaron.
Oh, okay. I was like, your brother. How does she know your brother?
No, Aaron, chapter 2, because now he calls me the peddler.
That's funny.
Angela agrees with an insult, and I love it. That's right.
Okay, who had the worst job?
Trying to think of the people that we know and what other jobs they've had.
Okay, let's skip that one because I feel like this is better. Who makes best friends with an Uber driver?
I can picture Pam doing that too, though.
Yeah, I can picture Pam making friends with an Uber driver.
Oh, I leave and the person's crying and she's like praying for them and knows like probably talk to their mama or something, you know? Like,
Yep, Pam could make friends with just about anybody.
yeah, what Jamie said, anyone who works with the public.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just getting worse. Like, yeah, see, that was a Katie hands down.
I
And
would
like,
make friends. I've already made 2 new record store day friends just by talking to people in line.
see, but that's a good thing, you know, like to be able to just talk to, you know, random people and
Yeah, I have no problem just going up to people and talking to people that I feel are fine.
so he
All right,
makes friends with everyone.
this is the last one. I'm calling it because I'm getting very sleepy, Angela.
Oh, no problem. I forgot you
Uh,
woke up so early. Sorry.
yeah, I was up at 3:30 this morning, so I'm somehow still alive, and I don't know how.
Oh, I got your sauce today too.
Oh, good.
Not Angie's sauce, so it's in the cabinet.
Who is annoyingly happy all the time? That's a hard one.
Annoyingly happy.
Yeah, you know those people that they're just, life is always perfect. They never say anything negative. And when they call you in the morning, they're like overly happy, and you're like, hey, you're on this level and I'm on this level, and you need
That's
to come to my level.
There's someone I can't remember because I'm always like, you're up here, I'm down here. You gotta bring it down a little bit. Like, it's too much.
Yeah.
Of course, I can't think. George. Bing.
George is so awesome. Yeah, see, I don't know. I can't think of anybody in our group that's like that.
Yeah, is pretty happy.
Beth, yeah, she's got that bubbly personality.
Trying to go down the list, like.
Okay, well, how about this one? Who will eventually burn their house down? You sent me some interesting ones, Angela.
Oh, I try to because I try to think of like, okay, ones
Dana.
that are kind of intriguing, but not like mean or just make no sense or stuff that we really wouldn't know.
Yeah,
But
not annoying though. Yeah, I know that doesn't fit
yeah,
anything.
yeah, because there's people who I think are way more happier than me, like Misty. I feel like is pretty up most of the times, like happy and sweet about things. And Jason is just so happy.
You set yourself on fire the other day. How did that happen, Jamie? I would say Christy would burn the house down, and the only reason I say that, and I say this with love, Christy, she knows I'm just kind of teasing, but Christy will go do one thing and then forget in like 30 minutes that she's done something. So I could just see her accidentally like leaving something in the oven and then going to take Tippy somewhere, and then that would not be good.
And then the smoke detector issue, though.
Christy did not have a smoke detector in her house, and I'm like, Christy, they save lives. You need to get one. And between someone mailing her one and I sent a battery, she had a smoke detector. Now, this is what's funny. So for a couple of months, she kept, when she would call, there was the strange kind of chirping noise in the background of all of her calls. And I said, Christy, you have like something going on like in the background. And she goes, I've had this strange frog in my house and I can't find this frog. And months went by, and I'm like, Christy, there is no way this frog is still alive in your house. Like, what is he surviving on? Tippy's chicken, cat food, or like water? Like, where is this frog? And it would get strangely louder depending on where she moved in the house. But it always seemed like it was in the same spot. And one day I said to Christy, I kind of think it's your smoke detector that we put in. She goes, "Oh, no, it's a frog. It's definitely a frog. This frog is." I'm like, I'm just thinking there can't be a frog in this house. Like, this
But
frog.
you say I don't have a smoke detector. We're like, what the heck? You need a smoke detector.
Well, finally, I was talking to her one night, and
Oh,
the smoke
maybe Helen.
detector did that thing where it finally, gets mad and angry because its battery's really dead, and it starts going like screaming at you. Well, you know how smoke detectors, they make that loud like sound, and I'm like, Chris,
How does that go?
well, it's like,
Let's say somehow you do.
not like that. That's more like a buzzer, but like beep. No, that's too high. I don't know. You guys know it makes that sound. And yeah, and then Christy was like, "Well, I don't know what this is. How do I shut it off? Where is this? This can't be this frog." And I'm like, "Christy, it's your smoke detector." And she's like, "Oh, darn it. Now I got to climb up there." And I'm like, she's like, "And see, if I hadn't had a smoke detector in the first," I'm like, "Christy, you need a smoke detector." She gets up there and changes the battery, and it shuts off, and she never hears the chirping. So the next day I get this strange message. "I don't think there was a frog in the house." I'm like, "No,
What?
smoke detector. The whole time it was the smoke detector."
Yeah, you need a carbon dioxide detector too. Jamie said she lit herself on fire. And then Gavin said, as Mary Beth would say, "Of course you did, Jamie." Like, were you next to Vince Vaughn while it happened?
My oven mitt caught fire on my hand.
And then she was just yelling.
Yelling out. Oh my gosh, that's something I might do, Jamie.
Oh, for sure. That's why I'm afraid you would burn your house down, Katie, just from like some freak accident that usually happens to you.
I do have weird, strange, like, mishaps.
Like you'd be like Frank's, you're fondant potatoes, and then it falls down and catches some ephemera on fire, and then, it's like
I'm proud of myself, though.
your oil cans.
I have had 2 oven fires, not in this apartment, my other apartment, one of which was an electrical malfunction with the oven. And then the other time was I wasn't paying attention to a cast iron skillet, and it caught fire. But I had my fire extinguisher and I put it out, and both times the fire guy commended me on my quick reaction to the fire and said I did the right thing, and that most people don't know how to use fire extinguishers or do them quick enough.
We
So
gotta get you the fire blanket, Katie. Now
I
they
got
keep
some good with
showing
fire extinguisher.
those fire blankets where it's like you can put it on the wall and you just yank it and you can throw it over, like if it's there's a fire in your house or something, if it's like on the stove or wherever, you just pull this fire blanket down, you can like a tarp throw over things. I need to get you one of those for your kitchen.
I do. That's actually really handy.
Because Aaron's always saying, chapter 2, Aaron, he's always saying like, Katie's really hard to shop for. So there you go. Katie can
There you
have
go.
a fire blanket.
Fire blanket.
She needs to safe proof the house from Louie, those little child locks in the cabinet doors.
Luckily, Louie has not figured out how to open the cabinets, but she apparently has learned how to jump onto my spool table by springboarding off of the couch. And Adora said when she was babysitting Louie while I was gone, she looked over and Louie was just like a mountain goat on top of my table, and she started freaking out. She's like, "Don't move, don't break anything." And I could just see Louie doing that.
You're talking about like the fire. I said, at least Katie, you didn't, get the pan stuck to the actual stove.
Yeah, like Frank did, my best friend. Frank, bless him, he will tell you this himself. He's not the best cook. And in college, Frank brought over some noodles and he wanted to cook because I always cooked. That was my thing. I had family dinner nights in college, and all of us would pile into my apartment, like 14 people around my little grandparents' round rattan table I inherited, and we would cook and have a good time. And it was just so great. And one night Frank's like, I want to cook. I made this pasta and I want to heat it up. And I said, okay, well, there's you can put it in the microwave, or there's a pan. Well, Frank gets out a pan and I'm in the other room, and all of a sudden I start to smell this like burning. So I go in there and I'm like, Frank, is everything okay? He goes, not really. I can't get the thing out of the pot. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? I look down, the pasta is burnt black to the bottom of the pot. He said he just put it in there, didn't add any water or anything to heat it up. And the thing was so burnt that the burner on my stove was stuck to the pot. So we had to go outside with a hammer and whack it off. And I think that he was using my other friend's pot at the time. So we had to throw their pot away in the dumpster because there was just no saving it.
It does say that, Helen. Mine says that too. It says the stream started 4 hours ago.
That's really weird. No.
Like, maybe that's when I created the stream, probably, but that's weird. It says it started 4 hours. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Okay. Katie, what do you got coming up next?
So next weekend, I am going to a musical with Chapter 2 Vintage Co., which will be fun, and their daughter. So I should be home in time for a jewelry sale. So if that's the case, I'll be having my 10 o'clock jewelry sale with Nate. So look out for that. And currently on my channel, I have my Record Store Day Black Friday video already out. So if you haven't gotten a chance to watch that, it just went live a few hours ago, so you can catch my adventures on Record Store Day. But that's sort of what I've got coming up for now. What about you, Angela?
Are you having your sale tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow? No, I am not having the sale. Originally, I had planned to be at my dad's for Thanksgiving, and I was going to be gone until Tuesday. And so I canceled the sale, and I told everyone I wouldn't be having it. And then my dad, unfortunately, came down with COVID. So Monday night, I was supposed to fly out Tuesday morning. Monday night, I get a message from Dad saying, unfortunately, the whole family thing had been canceled. So I decided that this Saturday, I would spend Saturday then with my grandmother and mom, and we are going out to dinner and to see the Night of Lights in St. Augustine together. So unfortunately, I will not be having a sale. Jamie, he is doing so much better. And when I talked to him Thanksgiving morning, he was downstairs frying a turkey. So that usually is an indicator to me that Dad's doing really well, because when he gets in a cooking mood. But he had a mask on and was staying away from my stepmom. They were still kind of quarantining, but he was in the mood to get up and about. So that was really good sign for me.
All right. And next up, the next sale I have is going to be December 2nd with Pamela Blanchard on her channel.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be saving some real good stuff. Some like tree thing. There's some like stuff that reminds me kind of Abby and Karina, like Tarnished Treasures and Cozy Curated Cottage. I got, oh, here's a sneak peek. I was polishing this last night. Dana, I think you liked this when Pam had it. She put her tree in it. So last night I was working on polishing this whole thing up.
You're going to get an A+ from Nate on polishing.
Yeah. And I got this recently, this little Fenton strawberry pudding vase. So, been saving some things. I got some Christmas stuff. I have a cool Rae Dunn Christmas thing. Not a Rae Dunn person, but it's a neat thing. I haven't seen stuff like that before. So I got just a bunch of cool different things, some Christmas items. So next Saturday. I know I want to make some stuff. I have so much Christmas crafting stuff, but I've been working so many hours. I don't know if I'll have time. But keep an eye out for that. New schedule on the weekend for the sales next week. And I don't think there's any drop sale hops coming up or any special sales that I know about. Jamie, I think, and Gabby may be having a sale Monday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern on Jamie's channel. So I think that's Gabby's first sale. So Jamie at Mid-Century Wasted, check it out Monday.
That's very exciting. Lots of cool stuff coming up, Angela. I'm looking forward to that sale. And Pam, that's going to be.
I'm excited. I've been saving. Oh, I have one of those brass easels that are very popular. So I have one of those, but I didn't polish it because I think it looks better that way. I have some brass candlesticks. I have another little small little silver cup that it's got like these almost horn type handles. Yeah, some cool stuff.
Oh, we will come, Jamie. Don't you worry.
We love Gabby. Yeah,
Gabby's
we're going to show up.
She is good stuff.
Yeah.
She's got.
We got to support her. She definitely supports a lot of us. So.
Yeah, Gabby's the best. She is just the sweetest, kindest.
So yeah, I plan on being there.
That will be good. Well,
thanks for coming tonight and hanging out with Katie and I.
Thank you.
If you're not subscribe. And Katie, thanks for hanging out. Even though it's been a long day, so you go and get in bed, relax, and sleep in tomorrow if you can.
I'm definitely sleeping in tomorrow. Yeah. I'm like, suddenly the tiredness has hit me, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Well, we'll see you all, and then Fatbird should be live next week, and then they're going to be off for December, so they said maybe they'll go live later in the week, so keep an eye out for that.
Fantastic. Thanks, Angela.
Everybody have a good night.
Fun.
Thanks.